Security. Security is said to be absence of danger, adequate weapons and guards. I shall tell you a tale to illustrate the true meaning of security. Stay tuned.
Meet the motivational speaker, a person of Bodeojo Adeyemi Iyanu, aka Optimist.
Good everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are feeling fine and hope you have been enjoying my motivational talks. Well, my name is Bodeojo Adeyemi. Just take your share, sit tight and stay tuned.
Once upon a time, there lived three fishes in a big ocean. These fishes are always threatened and chased by big sharks for food. They pray many times, asking for protection. God visited them one day. He said, "Your prayers have gotten to me in heaven. What do you actually want me to do for you?" The first fish answered and said, "Lord, I will be glad if you can make my body full of ice, so that wherever angles the enemies are coming through, I will be able to see them." God granted its request and its body became full of ice. The second fish looked at the first fish and said, "Lord, I don't want many eyes like the other fish. I will be excited to have two active feathers to enable me to fly away whenever the enemies are around." God granted its request, and immediately it had feathers. The third fish looked at both fishes and said, "Lord, I want neither many eyes nor active feathers. But all I request for is your presence, that your presence be with me everywhere I go." God was pleased with its request and granted it. A few days later, a big shark sighted a fish sparkling with many eyes. The shark was amazed and thought it would be very delicious for food. The shark started chasing the fish with many eyes. The fish, having many eyes, could see the shark from its ambush. Oh, it could dribble the shark. The shark was very tired and it called other sharks for help. So they surrounded the fish, killed it and devoured it. The next day, the shark sighted the fish with two feathers, and one of them said,
"I've not seen this type of fish before. It must be delicious. Let's kill it for food."
So they started chasing the fish with two feathers. The fish was flying up and down, dribbling them. When the fish was becoming tired of flying, it flew to a nearby lake and lived there for a long time. Later, the lake dried off and the fish could no longer live there again. The fish did not have any option than to fly back to the ocean. As it was flying, a big hawk saw it and was flabbergasted. The hawk said to itself,
I've been longing to eat a fish for a very long time, but was unable to do due to my inability to swim. Now the fish had come to meet me in my abode.
The hawk chased the fish, and due to the hawk's natural skills of flying, it caught the fish easily and killed it for food. Inside the ocean, the third fish was swimming around. The little shark saw the fish and told its mom,
Oh, see this beautiful fish? Let's kill it for food.
The mommy shark shouted on the little shark and said,
Keep shut your mouth. You want to die? Can't you see with your eyes? The Lord is with the fish. We dare not do it anyhow.
This is how the fish spent all its life in peace. With this story, it can be seen that security is not the absence of danger, but the presence of God and the presence of danger. Thanks for watching. I am Bodeojo Adeyemi, Optimist.
My YouTube channel, Odoju Adeyemi. Subscribe.